How's it going, everyone? It's been a pretty good week. The groundwork that's been laid over the past couple of weeks is finally starting to pay dividends. So let's get started. Bug number one, projectile stutter when strafing. So I noticed some stuttering with the projectiles. Even though they move really fast, it was starting to bug me. So what was happening is the projectiles only update during the fixed update, which can run slower than the update loop. So what I needed to do was lerp in between the fixed update position and where they're going to be in the future during the update loop. So that's what this projectile is doing. This guy shot it. This is its current position. This was where it's going to be in the future. And I've got it slowed down, but if you watch this sphere right here, this is where it is during the update loop. So you can see, and then it updated. So this is basically one fixed update ray, and this is where it's moving in between there. So it's really helped smooth out the projectile. Players should see AI attack. So we'll follow one of these bots around this one and watch him move from cover to cover. And you'll notice when he sees an enemy, the first enemy he sees, he'll immediately stop and then point at them and shoot. So let's just watch him do that. So, has he seen? Yep, there he saw somebody and shot. Ah, he got shot. Players should see AI pause before blowing off your face. So that's just a slight delay in the attack animation. As soon as they switch to the attack animation, they wait for a random time between a half a second and 1.5 seconds before they'll actually aim at you and shoot. Add damages in newtons to projectile impact. So this way I can have different masses for the projectiles, and their damage is based off their speed and their mass. So it's just newtons, so mass times velocity. Players should see projectiles lose speed and damage on impact with world objects. So let's get a guy in the scene, and we'll start firing. I'll slow down time. So if you watch these projectiles, what you'll see is the actual length of the ray shortens after they go through this object. And that's just them slowing down. Because I'm doing the damage in newtons now, I want to slow things down after they penetrate a wall. That way they lose some of their killing power. Auto aiming is getting a look rotation viewing vector is 0, so this was caused by Unity, the nav mesh agent, having a destination that is infinity. I don't know why it was passing me something that's infinity, but it is. So instead I just use the goal position that I record. Players should be able to hit escape to quit. So I was launching a standalone build and I had to use the task manager to actually close it, so I added in that feature so I could hit escape and quit. Aiming is slower in standalone build, so for some reason I was multiplying the input by delta time, so that was a bug on my part. Projectiles aren't killing in some instances. This was me raycasting and not ignoring triggers. So if it happened to hit a trigger that was the sensor for some bots, then it would not kill them. It would just totally miss them. So that's fixed now. Stress test and optimize. So this was just a initial pass on stress testing and optimization. I was just basically looking for anything that was really kind of bogging the system down or anything that was generating garbage. So this is 50 on 50, and let's see how it runs. Right now I'm getting about 130 frames a second. Well, they're dropped down now that they're shooting. So it's about 60 frames a second right now, so it's not bad. 100 bots, nav agents shooting. And like I said, it's just a first pass. Players should see AI react to team change. So this is a little bit of gameplay mechanic. I need the AI to be able to tell which team you're on, but then also if you switch teams. So let's go ahead and play a little bit and watch these guys. We're both red, so I'll get behind them and I'll switch to blue and then run in front of them and see if see, one tried to kill me there. So as soon as they see you, they'll kind of turn and shoot at you. So I have to get in front of them. See this guy? He's my friend. Make AI states mono behaviors. I was just having some issues debugging the AI states, so I just decided to make them mono behaviors. It's worked out so far, so we'll just keep it that way until it doesn't. Players should see AI avoid each other. So this is kind of two things. The first is they have an avoidance priority in the nav mesh agent, and before I was just setting them all to 0 so they don't avoid each other. Instead, I'm kind of separating them into tiers. So I have 10 tiers, and so if they're tier 0, then everything should avoid them. Otherwise, if they're tier 1, then they pick a random number between 1 and 9. And any other tier 1s they encounter, they'll still have like, oh, do I avoid you or do you avoid me? The second part of this is they needed a way to know when they were stuck. So if you look at this cluster over here, what was happening before is they would all get stuck here and they would just keep on trying to get to their cover even if everybody was in their way. So what I do now is I have, when I assign a goal position to a bot or an AI, they know how much time, based on how fast they can move, how much time it should take to get there. And then if it takes more than 3 times that amount, they go, oh, I'm probably stuck, so I should just move to a different cover. So we can watch them kind of navigate, and you'll see them they kind of get stuck, and then they'll move. They'll attempt it for a little while, but it's definitely helped the flow. You can see them; they're all pretty much going to the same spot, but the ones at the back will just decide, oh, I've been trying to get here too long. I'm moving on. Players should see levels chained together with doors. So finally, I'm getting into some gameplay. So if you look at this level, this is level 0. This is the level, and this is an exit door. It's unlocked, and here's the entrance. This is the exit. We'll just run up to it. Door open for me, then close. Now I'm in here, and once I hit the center of it, it loads a new level. It's not the best system, but I was having some issues kind of connecting the 2 different levels. So I'm just going to keep it simple for now, and just when you go through that exit door, it just loads a new level. Game shouldn't try to load a level if there isn't a next one. That was an easy one to fix. Players should be able to pick up a key. So if we look at this second level, if I go through the door, now I see a key, and there is a door with a red box on it. This signifies that it's locked and needs the key. I can't walk through it, so now I can pick up that key, have it, and now I can go through that door. Players should only be able to open doors if they have a key with the same ID, so that's done. Players should see color-coded key doors, so it's not just red keys, so if you had a yellow key and a red door, it wouldn't open. Players should see game messages, so now if we run the game, I have a trigger for game message. The view here is terrible. I need to find a better room. I can send messages based on that trigger to the player. Change level connection methods, so if a level is adjusted, the subsequent levels don't need to be adjusted. So the way I was doing it before is adding or loading additively the new levels, but what I have to do when I do that is if level 1 gets adjusted to be bigger, then I have to go and adjust level 2 through 99 to compensate for that size change. So like I said before, I'm just loading the next level from the beginning instead of doing it additively. Players should see a room with an AI with weapon and a key. So this is level 2. There's the AI, there's the key. This is just a rough layout for this level. I still need to add some gameplay to it. So that'll happen next week. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment, and I will see you next week. Devlog 5 finished. If you want to see more of my videos, please click like and subscribe. If you'd like to support the development of these videos, then please visit my Patreon page. Thanks for watching. See you.